Welcome. We are here in the Gullivers Green Room for the long-awaited set with Pyncher. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yep, great.
Fantastic.
Good.
I can just do the...
That's always glad to hear, you know, but if you guys would just like to go along and maybe say where you're from and also what you play and a meal deal?
Oh, wow.
Or at least your pre-gig
Right.
meal deal, maybe.
What's up? My name's JP. I'm from Manchester. Keyboard player. And my meal deal. Okay, here we go. So, we got, Tesco, Southern Fried Chicken sandwich. We got the McCall's prawn cocktail crisps. Specifically because the crisp is like zigzaggy, so it like keeps the flavour in even more. And then like a Fanta fruit twist. And that's it, man.
Higher surface area. You see, you're thinking smart there.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Brit. I'm from Blackburn. I play bass and meal deal. Anything with pesto in it. So it could be a sandwich, could be pasta, delish. And then crisp. Oh, it depends if I'm hungover or not. If I'm, I get fruit if I'm hungover and a Lucozade. But if I'm not, then I get salt and vinegar and a Fanta orange.
Yeah.
I'm Sam and I'm from Brighton. Maybe nothing, because I can't think. I've never had a meal deal before in my life.
You've never had a meal deal?
Are they called meal deals?
Meal deals?
No, I've never had one. Never had one, never will.
I'm Harvey. I'm from Warrington. I play guitar. I have had a meal deal. I'd probably go duck wrap. Maybe... All right. He just said he would never have one. There wasn't that much reaction.
Make my own duck wrap, mate.
Duck wrap. I'm gonna go maybe a Twix. I've been liking a Twix recently, and then a smoothie. Probably a green smoothie.
Hey, I'm Jack. I'm from Stenning, or near Brighton. And I would have recently I've been having a ham and cheese, baguette. Then depending on if I'm feeling healthy. If I'm feeling like healthy, I'll get a pack of crisps. If I'm not... No, like if I'm feeling good. If I'm feeling good. If I'm feeling good, like I deserve a little treat, like I'm feeling healthy, I'm feeling good, then I'll get a pack of crisps. If I'm feeling like, you need to be careful what you're eating, Jack, then I'll get the little sushi snack.
Sushi snack. I like it.
Or the fruit or the eggs. Sometimes I'll get the eggs.
Nah, that is like I can't. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
No, I mean the 2 boiled eggs in a little pouch.
Cut in half. Yeah, I never saw. I was just. You guys have, beyond being a band, you've also described yourselves as a kind of family. I was wondering who's the parents and who's the kids, basically.
I haven't finished on my drink yet.
You haven't finished your drink? Oh, I've been laughing too much.
Hurry up! What do you want?
For my drink, I would usually have a green smoothie or the strawberry banana strawberry.
Whose mother?
JP's our dad now. I think we just said.
Think of it like a drama series. Like I'm like season 6. I've come in. Like the show's a bit dead now, so they've had to spice it up, and they've gone, "Yo, I'm your dad." Like plot twist, just randomly. So yeah, that's kind of me, I guess.
What, and then we're just 4 kids?
Nah, I don't know. Like you're the family, but like I'm maybe like a second dad that you guys just never knew about. I don't know, man.
Wait, how many dads are there?
I don't know.
So me and Sam are the dads, and we've adopted Jack and Britt, and then JP's shown up in season 6 and gone, I'm their real dad.
Well, you mentioned you're in season 6 now. You guys obviously kind of started around lockdown. I know that Jack and Britt met at a party, and like when you finally came to meet for the first time, did you go on a big night out, or did you meet in the studio for the first time? And was it
No, we went to the footage.
Footage, yeah.
Cause
No longer there.
But it had 2 for 1 on gin and tonics, didn't it?
We obviously want to talk about Get Along mainly, but how long was it as a group before you guys kind of developed your first single, Dirty Feet, which I know isn't available anymore? But
How long was it till we did this Dirty Feet single?
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, it was like about a year, yeah.
Yes.
Because it was Harvey's dad's friend that it was like in a shed in Warrington. Well, not a shed, that's a bit mean. It's like a studio in the middle of nowhere. It's really good. Like, it's the first ever recording experience.
Yeah,
And it was quite sweet. None of us really had a clue what we would like. Now I feel like we've recorded since.
Yeah.
We kind of know what. Instead of just letting. It was a good experience, though. It was fun.
Before we chat about Get Along, like for people, for me who heard stuff like, I was listening to all your old stuff all the time, like 2023. What were the reasons for you removing it off streaming services?
So we had a problem with our song Steely Dan getting removed from Spotify for no real reason, and we kind of like had a bit of a strop and just got rid of the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
And then come crawling back.
Yeah, I mean, I've
2
seen
years
it
later.
online as industry shenanigans, but I've not quite known what that's
Yeah.
meant, so
No, yeah, just basically just got removed, and then we were like put everything on Bandcamp, and then we just record everything, and came crawling back. Just now we're here.
nice. I know that Sam and Harvey, you met at like a record society thing. If you all had one record you would bring to a dinner party, what would it be?
One record to bring to a dinner party.
Yeah.
So that was me like grabbing the mic to defend the Vinyl Society thing.
It was not a Vinyl Society. What was
We only went once.
They were actually really cool. We were like a fucking rave or something, like just like off our faces. No, we were both drinking tap water in a student bar.
One record to a dinner party. Oh, I was way less prepared for that.
Yeah, sorry, I should have given you
Yeah,
order
you
for
go.
this.
Nilsson Smilson, Harry Nilsson.
Nice.
Have you got one? Not got it.
I got one. Oh, it's kind of only one. Jeez. I'm gonna say, because it's a dinner party, you want good vibes. I'm gonna say "If" from Earth, Wind and Fire. Like that album, like the intro song to that is just like unreal. It's in the stone. But like, yeah, that is
Good choice from Dad. there.
very good record.
I feel like my dinner party won't be as sophisticated. I think mine would be like Doolittle by Pixies, probably. Just classic, to be honest.
I would probably bring Dreams by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, classic. Yeah.
I know it's a boring one, but like I could listen to the album non-stop, and I do sometimes.
Well, when I think of Pyncher, I think of iconic riffs, and like I don't know, it's just riffs come to mind. And I've been wondering, as a group, is there one of you who's like the brainchild and the maestro of the riffs, or
Sounds pretty good at riffs.
Sam's the yeah? Because there's so many I could just do off my head now, but I just think, where do you get the inspiration?
Sorry. We do. A lot of them are like hummed, like in my head. So I think a recent one was Country, and I was on a run, and it was kind of like it's kind of to the rhythm of a run. So it was like that was in my head, and I did it on a voice note, and I think it sent it to chat.
Yeah.
And then no one replied because everyone was fuck it, like this sounds me out of breath, like. And then I just did a demo of it. Sorry, just like twiddled fingers. I did a demo of it, and then basically, but like every time I bring it to the band, it will change in some way, or like the tempo change, or Harv will like add a little extra thing. So
Yeah.
and like so it's like that's basically how they normally go.
Chatting about your new debut single, Get Along, which you're here to kind of launch tonight and play to the world live for the first time. How did that song come about? Have you been messing around with ideas for that for years, or has it been a pretty recent written one?
It was when we were living together. I wrote it on your little acoustic. I remember doing it after work, and then about a year and a half ago, and then we've had it sat about for a while and kind of just like slowly got improved. And when we worked with Martin, who's like produced some of our music that's coming out, he kind of like gave it a little boost, I think, with some ideas and structure and stuff like that. But yeah, that's mostly how it came about.
Speaking of Martin King, what is the difference between a decent producer and a great producer? What would you say is some of the most important qualities in a producer?
I'd say with Martin, it was just he's quite an eccentric man, and I mean that in like a nice way. But he's very creative.
Yeah.
And he was very hands-on throughout the whole record. If you'd been there while we were recording with him, because we were recording with him for months and months and months, you would see a whiteboard dedicated to I don't know, I'm saying too much. You'd see a whiteboard dedicated to everything we were doing with him. And every song had 7 or 8 points, and he would put everything color coded. And on top of that, he just had really good equipment. So it was a different level in terms of just basic tools and experience how to use them. But I think he's a pretty eccentric man, which can be real positive, it can be real negative. But for us, it was really good because no, and I mean it with love though, because he's an incredibly creative guy who would be very kind of hands-on and helpful. And I think with Get Along especially, I think by the time we got it ready to take to the studio, I actually think there was a bit of like from us with it. Sam won't mind me saying, I'm sure, didn't even want to record it. So I think he was like, no, you got to do this one. Here's what I do. Here's some little tweaks. The middle 8, he helped a lot with that. Which is obviously a bit of a feature of the song. So I think it does make a difference just having someone who's got some nous experience but also creativity.
I mean, just going back, Sam, if you're happy to talk about it, why didn't you want to release it?
I found it a bit like too similar to a lot of stuff we've heard and played with before, and it took a while to get it like sounding like us, and it felt like a kind of in my head when it was first written, it felt like to me like I didn't know what to do with it, and it felt too simple. But I think simplicity is like the best bit about it. So in hindsight, it was worth doing.
I'd say, I mean, I've seen a lot of your solo stuff as well, and I know you're mostly solely responsible for the lyrics which come after the music, but do you write lyrics with Pyncher in mind and then solo stuff in mind, or do you just write lyrics and see what music it will work best with? Because you kind of got more of an acoustic sound when you're solo. Yeah,
so I think maybe when I'm writing with Pyncher, it's more story based and maybe like through some sort of character. And then maybe solo stuff is a bit more introspective. But I think with Pyncher, like I kind of know whilst I'm writing that it's Pyncher, 'cause it's a bit more out there and quite a lot more fun and crazy.
I'd say fun, but I'd also say a lot of your Pyncher stuff is quite dark in sound. Like, what inspires you guys to go for that direction rather than like Happy by Pharrell, you know?
It's really hard to write happy songs.
Yeah, no, I get it. State of the world.
I think we reach just like that kind of music, and I think I've grown up or I've been around that kind of music for a while. So
I don't think we've ever like tried to do anything in particular with like a thought out, let's write songs like this. I think it's just the sound that kind of just happened, and it's probably a result of the music that we collectively and individually like as well. Yeah.
Compared to like I've watched your more relaxed gig at the Windmill from a couple of years back, and you're definitely more theatrical on stage. Like I've seen you at White Hotel, and you in particular, Sam, you're bringing some theatrics. Was that something that came as the confidence grew?
I don't know. Well, we've already got that out. No, we've done a few like.
It's better than post-punk.
We've done a few interviews recently, and like we keep getting asked, and we didn't know, so we were like, let's just stick with this theatrical alternative thing. And I didn't think it actually. No.
It's almost as.
Does it make us sound like arseholes?
No. Because post-punk kind of makes someone sound like an arsehole.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Yeah, everyone wants to avoid post-punk.
We're silly. We're just a bit silly.
You're just a bit silly.
We're just a bit silly.
Oh, bless you.
But no, I think that it's definitely a confidence there, but that we didn't know how to perform at all.
Yeah.
When we started, so it's kind of just grown, developed over time, and then I think when that Windmill gig, I think were you still playing guitar for the whole set?
Yeah, maybe.
So we eventually made a decision where Sam didn't use his guitar for the whole set, and we sort of freed him a little bit to let his hair down. Yeah.
No.
Tambourine. We took the shackles off him.
Yeah, give him a tambourine.
We took his shackles off.
From my angle, you're doing that. Sorry.
Lovely. But do you kind of feel a pressure as the leading man to bring the energy in the gig while everyone else has to be sat at their instruments, or is it just naturally coming to you?
Maybe when I started, stopped playing guitar, but it's just really fun, and less to carry to a gig now, which is nice.
And a question for Britt. You kind of came to the band in a more punky style with less experience on the bass. What originally brought you to the bass, and then who in the band was the best teacher for you?
I feel like I've always enjoyed music that tend to normally have a female bassist. So someone in the band, it's mostly it's like Pixies, Sonic Youth, Smashing Pumpkins, all that jazz. I think I've always enjoyed music. I got bass for my 18th birthday. My uncle, I used to borrow my uncle's when he was in a band, but it wasn't. Then he had to take it back and sell it, so I was a bit gutted about him. So then I got my own, and then I would like play in my room. I was too scared to join a band, I think, because I didn't have any experience at all.
It's got to be the hardest, yeah.
And then I remember meeting Jack, and he showed me his school band, which was very like psychedelic, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing! I want to be in a band like that. It was really good. I think you've deleted it off Spotify.
Were you still in drum? Did you used to play saxophone, or did I make that up? Yeah. Would you ever bring a sax to Pyncher? Sorry, or
I literally haven't picked it up in years, and I now keep it at our rehearsal room. So you take what you want. Take what you want off that. But I played with JP the other day, and it was like I forgot how much I loved it. So yeah, it's there. It's still there in the back of my mind. I've still got it.
I forgot to ask you guys. I believe two of you, Jack and Britt. No, two of you met arguing about Beatles with someone, and I was going to ask. Ignore everyone asked about the favourite Beatles album. I'd say it's the White Album. Ignore that. But what's the best solo work after the Beatles? So the best solo album, from one of them.
Yeah. I'll give you thinking time. Did you need thinking time?
I know. At the moment, Ram, but Plastic Ono Band forever.
Yeah. You heard Ringo's new one though.
Cowboy.
Said no one ever. Sorry, Ringo.
No, the music videos are made. It's all that peace and love and stuff. Oh, is that even? Then I haven't heard the new Ringo album. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
I think, and we didn't argue about. We argued with someone else. Someone else said the Beatles were. They said they were rubbish, and us at our vinyl society we lost our minds. No, yeah, I think you're right. I think Rams. Yeah.
I know you guys have also, regarding Get Along, spoken about the creativity that came with recording that. Are you going to be mouth trumping it tonight and recording through a tin can, or is that something you can't be bothered with?
No tin can, but
I think yes to the mouth trumpet.
Can I hear any now, or is it? No.
I need to rest.
It's a no. It's a no.
Our manager will kill you.
Finishing off, you guys have spoken about how busy 2025 is going to be. Is there any shows you want to promote? I know you've got Brighton Psych Fest coming up.
Yeah.
Any new singles you can tease or anything like that?
In terms of music, we've got a lot ready to go, so there'll be a steady amount of stuff coming out. And then in terms of live stuff, we're playing in London on the 13th of March.
Yeah.
13th of March, we're playing in London at Dreambags Jaguar Shoes.
Yeah.
And then we're playing Bright Sight Fest, and then we're trying to get on we should be on a lot more later in the year, and
hopefully
playing in new places.
Great Escape or Alt Escape.
Yeah, stuff like that. So busy.
Well, I don't know if we'll be lucky enough to get any more music videos, but before we finish off, I've got to chat about the Get Along music video because I think it's fantastic. I was just wondering whether that was your guys' idea and you took it to, is it View Shift?
So he's called, that's his production. So he's called Harry Green, and we met him actually when we played Kendall Calling. We were looking for someone to video us when we were there.
Yeah.
And we kind of we met him a bit before he came to a gig because we wanted to do a video of him, and he came along to that, and we got along with him. So we were like, could you do this? And he's done a lot of really cool stuff with people like Yang and Yasmin Ko, but kind of put all our trust into him and let him lead with everything. Yeah. So, and when he said the idea, it kind of made sense with how we felt about the song. So we were like, just do your thing.
Well, you've got really strong people. You've got really strong videographers. You've got a strong band. Who is the merch person? Because they're smashing it.
Veronica.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the design. Yeah. So that was the t-shirt we just put out. We did a gig in London, and we just got asked by the promoter what would you like on the poster, and we said kind of I think we just said a Village of the Damned kind of thing, and the artist Veronica McQuaid, she came back with this but this drawing of like our four faces, and we were like, wow, that's like the coolest thing anyone's ever done of us ever. And then so we asked her if we could put it on a t-shirt. So and she let us.
Well, it seems like plenty of people have bought it anyway. So.
Yeah, so.
Well, thank you so much for chatting to me. I'm really looking forward to the gig. And this is always what I'm worst at, saying goodbye. And I just don't know what to say.
Let's just carry on.
The last 3 interviews, I haven't been able to finish it. I don't know what it is.
Enjoy yourself too.
Enjoy yourself. I don't know.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Probably news presenter.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. I'm too awkward.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
That's great.
Say bye.
Yeah, let's get this money. Yeah.
Let's get this money.